morning, everyone. It's Crisandro, of course, and I'm here, as you might have seen, in Albania, just chilling, really, after a kind of a long season and whatnot. And yeah, today is a big day. It's the 16th of June, of course, and I'm an hour ahead of you guys, so the announcements would have been made already. It's 10 o'clock here, so it'll be 9 o'clock in England, and well, the announcement has been made, and the fixtures are out. Well, the opening fixtures as things stand, and well, we were just kind of reviewing who Spurs have, because with the activity that we've had in the transfer window, where we've already brought in three players, Ivan Perisic from Inter Milan on a free, Fraser Forster from Celtic on a free, and also young Keeley, the Irish goalkeeper, who's 19 years old, will be playing for under 21s, I'm sure, but he might get some game time as well. So those are the three players we've brought in. We're looking to bring in Yves Bissouma. Everything's been agreed. Just going to have his medical today in London. So that should be sorted, and that will put pen to paper to a £25 million deal, rising to £30 million on add-ons, with add-ons, 29 million euros, I think, altogether. So that looks like it's going to go through this week. And so the first fixture, which has been announced, we will open up our campaign where we're looking to try and challenge for the title. I'm saying it right here, right now, challenging for the title, and we open up against Southampton. So it'll be a second straight season where we just open up the season at home. Remember, we went 11 seasons without opening at home. Last season didn't go too badly for us, where we beat Manchester City on the opening day, and went on a run of two other victories after that, but then it all kind of fell apart. But it looks like Southampton are the team. Remember that Southampton kind of got one over on us in both games last season, where we drew at theirs, and then they came to ours, and from 2-1 down, came to win and won 3-2. It's going to be an interesting couple of games in August. We open up, as we said, against Southampton, and then it's Chelsea away. It's a big game there. Wolves at home, and then we go away to Nottingham Forest on the 27th of August, the week commencing 27th of August, and then it's West Ham away after that. So I think the 27th is going to be a weekend, and then the West Ham game is going to be in midweek. So we go to the London Stadium on the 30th of August, or thereabouts, and then it's Fulham at home on the 3rd of September. 10th of September is away to Manchester City, where hopefully would have put in good performances in the first 6 games there, where we stand a chance against Manchester City and go toe-to-toe with them. Could be a big top-of-the-table clash, hopefully, if things pan out well and we start off well. And then a week after that, it's Leicester at home. October sees us take on Arsenal on the 1st, that's away from home. So I just noticed that the first big London derbies, well, I say big, to West Ham, they're all away from home. So Chelsea on the 13th, that's the big game for me. That's away. Then it's West Ham on the 30th. That's away. Then it's Arsenal on the 1st of October. That's away. And then we go away to Brighton after that a week later. Home to Everton on the 15th. And then Manchester United away on the 19th. So looks like that's going to be another evening midweek game there, which would be a shame, because I would like to go to that one, but we shall see. Newcastle on the 22nd. And then Bournemouth away on the 29th. That should be interesting. And then November, we only have 2 games. So the 5th of November at home, Liverpool at home. And that should be a big one there as well. If we have any designs on trying to challenge for the title, then the game against Manchester City on the 10th of September and the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November? Got to try and get a win there. And then we close off the first part of the season, because it splits in 2, if you remember. First part of the season against Leeds on the 12th, and then we break up for the World Cup, and we resume on Boxing Day in December. Brentford away. That'll be a nice little present to come back to there. So Brentford away, and then on the 31st of December is Aston Villa at home. So it looks like there's a start that kind of eases us in gently, really. We can't take these games lightly. I mean, Southampton proved an absolute monster for us last season, both home and away, really. Especially the home game where they dominated us for 90 minutes, and somehow we were leading 2-1 going into the final 15 minutes of the match. So we had to try and know that one out as quickly as possible, really. And I think that the purchasing of Basuma will help that with that to try and because he's as press resistant as they come, and that will help us to wriggle out of their press attempts and then try and hit them on the counter again and actually hold on to a lead this time and actually stave them off as in a way that we didn't last season. January that kicks off. 2nd of January is Crystal Palace away. So another London game after New Year's. Last season, I know Watford are technically not London, but you know, easy enough for a London-based fans to get there. And then there's a 2-week break. I presume that's when the FA Cup starts. And then on the 14th we take on Arsenal at home, and then it's Fulham away on the 21st. So that's our January sorted there. Hopefully we'll still be in the Carabao Cup. After that, that's when the first and second legs will be played. Early January, then late January. That'll be the semi-final period. It's what it usually is. I have to check the dates on that one. February, that's where it kind of gets a little crazy. The 4th of February, Manchester City at home. Hopefully we'll still be in with a chance of the title there, and we hope to try and get one over on them there. Next week, Leicester City away. Was a tricky one. Last season, I remember we were going to that game with 10 seconds to go, 2-1 down, and then Super Stevie Bergwijn popped up with 2 goals to win us the points there. 18th, West Ham at home. It was always going to be tricky, although we played so well last season at home. We played so well last season away from them as well, West Ham, but we lost that game through an own goal. But the home game, we completely dominated them and won deservedly. And then the 25th, Chelsea at home. That is going to be the big one. That is going to be the big one. If we have any designs on this title, that is going to be the key, because now Chelsea have had their financial issues sorted out with that new takeover from the American consortium, and I'm hearing that they could potentially have a war chest of £200 million to spend over the summer. So they could actually get a team together that could challenge us and Liverpool and Manchester City. So we shall see. March, Wolves away on the 4th. That was tricky last season. That was part of our opening 3-game victory. 3 wins in a row. After we beat Man City, we then kind of lucked out against Wolves away from home, if you remember. Dele Alli scoring the penalty in the early stages, and we were just dominated from then on. Held on for a 1-0 win. Nottingham Forest a week later at home. Welcome back to Nottingham Forest, of course, to the Premier League after it was quite a long way out. It was about 15 years, was it? I forget the actual time. I'm sure my father will remind me. He's a big Forest fan, of course. Southampton away, and rounds up our March. And then there's another break after that, so I'm presuming that's when the FA Cup starts. FA Cup continues, sorry. April. There's a lot of games in April. 1st of April, April Fool's Day, Everton away. And then it's Brighton at home the next week. Bournemouth at home the week after that. Newcastle away on the 22nd, and then we stay over in the north, where we take on Manchester United. No, we don't stay over there. That's actually Manchester United at home. I do apologise. Because Manchester United at home, so we come back down after midweek. So quite a few big games at midweek. And then after that, wow, Liverpool away. So that's going to be a testing week there. We have Newcastle, we'll travel to Newcastle, then come back down for Manchester United, and then go back up north to Liverpool. That's going to test our squad depth to no end, So hopefully we'll still be in the chase then. And in May, we just kind of ease out with Crystal Palace on the 6th, Aston Villa on the 13th. Crystal Palace is at home, by the way. Aston Villa away on the 13th. Brentford the following week after that at home, and then we close out on the 28th of May away to Leeds United. I would like to see us, if we are going to win the title, let's just celebrate the game at home against Brentford, but I'm not averse to going over to Leeds and celebrating there. I work with a Leeds colleague, and she'll absolutely hate it if I came back and celebrated the title on her patch. But yeah, the fixture arrangement looks good. I mean, the big games there: Chelsea away on the 13th of August, and then at home on the 25th of February. That is going to be big. Those are the two biggest games there. So I'm going to take a tip of lovely mocha. It's a beautiful hotel, really beautiful place here in Tirana. And Manchester City, that game as well. They're the current champions, of course. We play them first on the 10th of September. That's away from home. And then the second game is in February as well, on the 4th of February at home. I kind of hope that, I know Manchester City will be gunning for blood after we beat them both home and away last season. But if we can get a handle on them, it's not so much them that I'm worried about. I mean, yeah, they're obviously a very, very good side, and they are the defending champions. But I think we know how to play against them. It's Liverpool that I have an issue with, because it doesn't matter how well we play against them, we either come away with a defeat or we draw. And last season we drew both games. And so those fixtures on the 5th of November, that's at home. That is going to be important, especially if that's going into the mid-season break, going into the World Cup break, and then the second game away on the 29th of April. So we have decent games in between those. And so, yeah, those three teams are the ones I'm worried about. Manchester United, you could say that they're a team that should be watched, of course. Of course they should be. And it all depends on what they do in the summer window, really, as to how I assess their chances. And of course, we play them on October the 19th. That's our first meeting at Old Trafford. That's a midweek game, by the looks of it. And then April the 22nd, April 25th, sorry, that's another midweek game. So we don't actually have them on the Saturday or Sunday or over the weekend, which can be a bit tricky. So we shall see what happens in that one there. And of course, everyone there who wants to see Arsenal, October the 1st, that's away from home, and then January the 14th, that's at home. So those are two games against Arsenal. But it's imperative that against the big three sides that we put in a good performance, and then we show up against the sides that we should be expected to beat. Well, I say big three, including Manchester United, and that's the big four then. And then we show up against the side that we should be expected to beat, because we don't want to see any more results like Wolves at home, like Southampton at home and away, of course, like Brighton at home, where we were just poor. And games like that, really, games that we expected to win but we come up short. Hopefully, we're getting the players now, and in pre-season, or we start in about a month's time. Hopefully, I have this squad ready by then, and then we get hammer it out, hammer and tongs in pre-season, get the fitness up, and then we'll see what this team's all about. But yeah, that's the fixture list that's come out now. Tell me what you think. Yeah, I expect us to challenge for the title. If we fall short, we fall short. But I expect us to challenge and go quite close to doing so, if not winning it. And then obviously we've got the factor in the Champions League that comes in during that time as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do we have a chance? The pictures have panned out. Is it favourable to us the way they have panned out? We don't face, apart from Chelsea in the second game, we don't face any of the big title challengers really until next month. So that should be fun. We shall see what happens. Can't wait for it all to kick off. August the 6th is our first game. That's when it all kicks off. Let's do it. Let's get the players in. Let's get the players in that Conte needs. Let's get them all worked and ready for the season to start. And then let's start our assault at the top of the Premier League. Let's do it. Come on, you Spurs, and you will take care.